Welcome to the Open Source Awards 2021. We're very excited to be here today with you. My name is Stefan, and together with me, I have Bruce.
Hi.
So two of us will be hosting you today on the third edition of Open Source Awards. And for those of you who are not familiar with the event and what Open Source Awards is, let me briefly tell you about it. So Open Source Awards is here to celebrate a community's success and highlight the most impactful open source contributions of the past year. So many of you in the audience are probably asking, okay, so who nominated the projects and who is picking out the winners? So let me briefly guide you through the whole process. So throughout the whole year of 2020 and 2021, we had an open forum where you as a community member could submit your own favorite projects. And over the past year, we collected more than 500 unique projects. And out of those 500, we handpicked the 25 most common projects in 5 different categories. So today we are here to showcase those 25 projects to you, separate in 5 different categories. And towards the end of the ceremony, we will be announcing the winners. And the winners were handpicked by a program committee as well as the speakers at the JSNation conference. So yeah, without wasting any more time, let's jump into the first category. Bruce, tell us more about it.
Okay, Stefan, the first category is productivity boosters. Yep, these are the kind of projects where often you don't really know you're using them, but they help you do your job faster. Often overlooked, but today is their moment in the spotlight. Fame and glory awaits. So, first up, let's look at the video of the category. And the first one in the nominations is Project Philia. Let's find out about Project Philia.
Philia is a reactive Slack application framework. With Philia, you can build interactive Slack apps without webhooks or JSON headache. If you know React, you know how to make a Slack app.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, pretty cool. So that was Project Philia. Next on our list, we have a pretty interesting project called Fig. I actually had a chance to try this project and it's really amazing. It just launched to public, so let's check it out.
Hey everyone, I'm Matt. And I'm Brendan, and we're the founders of Fig.
Fig adds VS Code style autocomplete to your existing terminal. As you can see here, we can suggest files and folders in your current working directory. We can see files that are ready for staging for tools like Git. We even have built-in shortcuts for common workflows like git commit. Fig gives you descriptions of the subcommands, options, and arguments as you are typing them, so you never need to go to the docs or a man page again. We can do a ton of cool things under the hood, like searching over the npm package registry or even showing you the scripts available in your package.json.
All of these completions are open source and built by the community. Fig defines a declarative TypeScript schema that makes it easy to add autocomplete to any CLI tool.
So that was Project Fig, and I think you should definitely check it out. It's really cool, but without wasting more time, let's jump into the next one project called grid.js.
Grid.js is an open-source MIT licensed table plugin written in TypeScript. It enables you to convert your 2D array into a formatted table. It works with most JavaScript frameworks and offers a lot of useful features like search, sort, and pagination. On gridjs.io, we have a list of pre-built examples that you can explore and experiment with. And the interactive editor helps you to see your changes in action. For instance, in this example, you can simply change the limit config to update the pagination component. Grid.js offers a search module as well, which can be enabled by just passing search through to your config. As you can see, we just disabled search module easily by just setting the search config to false. You can also easily load your server-side data by defining your backend URL in the server section of your config. Grid.js lets you update the default theme using CSS and JS. We are using emotion in this example, and you can easily customize all components. Last but not least, you can extend Grid.js by writing your own plugin. In this example, we are rendering a simple h1 tag by defining a function and passing the function to the list of Grid.js plugins. You can also develop a plugin by writing a class that extends the Grid.js base component. In addition to that, you can also extend the Grid.js data processing pipeline. For example, here we are calculating the sum of the salary column. And as you can see, the native search and sort components are also working nicely with our new plugin. Please visit gridjs.io to find out more. Thanks for watching.
Who in the world doesn't love a spreadsheet, right? Everybody loves spreadsheets, but your choices are limited. There's Excel, which is like so 90s, it might as well be an episode of Friends, or there's Google Sheets, and that is just like totally Google. But the next project, Lucky Sheet, is a fully fledged spreadsheet, MIT licensed. Let's check it out.
Lucky Sheet is an online spreadsheet like Excel that is powerful, simple to configure, and completely open source. It has many enhanced features such as pivot tables, charts, comments, cooperative editing, inserting pictures, metric calculations, and more.
That was Lucky Sheet. So groovy, even Bob Dylan uses it, right? The next thing, I don't know how to pronounce it. It might be WMR, it might be Wimmer. Let's find out.
VMR is a tiny all-in-one development tool for modern web apps in a single 2 MB file with no dependencies. It features all the features you'd expect and more, from the development to production, including no entry points or pages to configure, importing CSS files and CSS modules, lighting fast JSX supported you can debug in the browser, hot reloading for modules, pre-add components in CSS, highly optimized rollup-based production output, and much more.
And that was Wimmer. So that concludes all the nominations for the productivity category. And I think we can all agree that all of them rocked so hard. It was like Motorhead playing a gig on an asteroid, that rocking. So let's find out who won. And I love this category so much, I'm throwing in a special prize. One of you will receive this orange. Yep. So Stefan, here's the list.
Yep, I got it. So the winner of the Productivity Booster category is Project Fig. Congratulations to all the winners.
Well done, Fig. You get this orange. So it's a fruity themed category. And now to the next category. And it is the most impactful contribution to the community category. So, projects that contribute the most to development and growth of the community. Who's the first one, Stefan?
So the first one in the list is a project that comes from the Chrome dev team at Google, and it's called Web Vitals. Let's check it out. The Web Vitals library is a tiny modular library for measuring all the Web Vitals metrics on real users in a way that accurately matches how they're measured by Chrome and reported to other Google tools. The library supports all of the core Web Vitals as well as all of the other Web Vitals that can be measured in the field.
That was Web Vitals. Next up is COVID-19 vaccine spotter. I don't know if you've heard, but there's this disease called COVID going around. I've had both of my jabs because I'm so old, I'm nearly dead. Have your jabs, please. Let's find out about the project.
Vaccine Spotter is a tool to help you track down COVID-19 vaccine appointment openings at your state's pharmacies, updated every minute. Rather than searching around on each pharmacy websites, we'll automatically scan the pharmacy websites and show you any available appointments we can find on one page. And that was COVID-19 Vaccine Spotter. Next on our list, we have a project from Airbnb called TypeScript Migrate. Let's check it out. TypeScript Migrate is a tool for helping migrate code to TypeScript. It takes JavaScript or partial TypeScript project in, it gives a compiling TypeScript project out.
So that was TypeScript Migrate, pretty groovy, huh? Next up is a project named after Optimus Prime's sweary brother. Yep, F Prime. Let's check it out.
F-Prime is a component-driven framework that enables rapid development and deployment of spaceflight and other embedded software applications. So that was the project F-Prime, but we also have another exciting project on this list called Xcollidraw. So let's check it out. Xcollidraw is open source virtual whiteboard for sketching hand-drawn like diagrams. It lets you quickly add drawings and mockups with unique aesthetic. This video wrapped up all the projects in the category of most impactful contribution of 2021. So I think it's time to announce the winner for this category. Bruce, why don't you hand me over the paper?
Here you are, Stefan.
Awesome, thanks so much. So the winner of the most impactful contribution to the community is Web Vitals.
Well done.
Congratulations to the Web Vitals and the team behind it at Chrome. I think it's really impactful addition to our community and to the ecosystem. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, obviously, if you work for Google, you're a millionaire. So we're not going to send you any money or insult you, but I'm going to throw in this special prize, which is a stress emoji poo. So if Sergey Brin or Larry Page want to come around to my house, this emoji poo is yours. Okay, the next category, what is it? It is the best fun side project of the year. Let's find out about this. So this category is about fun projects that make you go, wow, without specific purpose or logic, but interesting and entertaining. And for interesting and entertaining, I'm going to throw in this kazoo as a prize. Stefan.
Yeah, sure. So this is actually my favorite category, and I'm super excited about it, especially in the COVID pandemic. We actually saw an increasing number of fun side projects, and I'm more than excited to share them with you today. So the first on our list, we have a project called Rough Notation. Let's check it out. notation is a small JavaScript library used to create and animate annotations on a web page. Rough notation uses rough.js to create hand-drawn look and feel. Elements can be annotated in a number of different styles. Animation duration and delay can be configured or just turned off.
And that was rough notation. Next up, the next nomination is a project called edX.
Working on a computer all day can get boring. Enter edX UI, a fully functional terminal inspired by its visual effects in science fiction movies. Designed for touchscreens, edX displays real-time information about your system and network, and it has a lot of customization options. You can choose from over a dozen user-contributed themes to make it look perfect on Linux, macOS, and Windows. Check out the project on GitHub and try it for yourself.
So that was a project edX, and I think it's one of my favorite projects of 2021. But without wasting more time, let's get on to the next one, which is project QuadPlay.
Imagine the year 1989 in a fantasy timeline where game consoles get today's scripting, physics, and AI for productivity and design instead of competing on 3D graphics. QuadPlay realizes that fantasy as a virtual console with 11 bundled games. It's also a full development environment for education and game jams. You can play and make QuadPlay games on your phone, handheld PC, Raspberry Pi, laptop, or any device with a browser.
So that was a fantastic project called QuadPlay. Let's move on to the next one, which is called TX Run 3D. I'm sure you're gonna love it. Let's check it out. TX Run 3D is a 3JS WebGL game made as an experiment. All the graphics were handcrafted, so the overall feel and look of the game will be the same as the original 2D game. What an awesome recreation of our traditional game that we used to play when we had no internet connection. But now that we do, let's move to the last project, which is called macOS Web. So that was Project macOS Web. And since we are very short on time, let's move on to announcing the winners. Bruce, why don't you hand me over the winners for this category?
I will, and I will play the prize kazoo as I do it.
Thank you so much. So the winner of the Fun Side Project of the Year category is Project Rough Notation.
Well done. Well done, Project Rough Notation. This kazoo will be coming to you. And next category, it is the most exciting use of technology. This category is about unique and unconventional use of JavaScript, a mix of original software and technologies that make the language shine and boost development. And the first nomination is AR.js.
With ARJS, you can create your web augmented reality experiences in zero time and deploy them just like any other website. An ARJS web app is made up by literally 10 lines of HTML thanks to the integration with libraries like Three.js and A-Frame. It is possible to choose among several augmented reality experiences like marker-based, image-based, and location-based. The final user has only to know your website URL or scan a QR code to enter the AR view.
What a fantastic project that was. Thank you so much for showing us around. So next on our list, we have a very nice project called Neo. Let's check it out.
Hi, this is Tobias, and I'm going to show you the front-end UI framework Neo.js. Neo is centered around an application worker being the main actor. Main threads are as idle and small as possible. Your apps and component truly live inside the app worker scope. Combined with JSON-based VDOM, you get an incredible performance. The Neo Dev mode directly runs inside your browser. Multi-window apps share the same data, resulting in less API calls. You can move entire component trees across windows. Check it out at github.com/neomjs/neo.
And that was Neo. The next nomination is harp.gl.
HarpGL is an experimental and work-in-progress open-source 3D map rendering engine written in TypeScript. You can use this engine to develop visually appealing 3D maps and create highly animated and dynamic map visualization with WebGL using the popular Three.js library.
Rocking, and the next nomination is for Project Redaxios.
Axios has a great API that developers love. Redaxios provides the API in 800 bytes using native fetch API. For those searching for ways to shave a few kilobytes of their bundles, that's less than 1/5 of the size, this is made possible by using the browser's native fetch API, which is supported in all modern browsers and polyfilled by most tools including Next.js, Create React App, and Preact CLI. So that was Project Redaxios, an Axios written in 800 bytes. So let's move on to the next project, which is also the last one in this category. And the project is called Opine. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Craig Morton, and this is Opine, a fast, minimalist web framework bringing the power of Express to the new and awesome secure TypeScript runtime that is Dino. Opine supports a whole host of useful features, from robust routing to template engine support, and getting started couldn't be simpler. With built-in types and a familiar expressive API, you can write a production-ready server in under 10 lines of code. Not sure how to begin? Kickstart your first project with the Opine CLI.
Thank you for showing us around and for showing us what Dino ecosystem looks like. I think it's time to wrap up the category and announce the winners for the most exciting use of technology of 2021. So Bruce, let's not waste any more time. Can you hand me over the paper?
Certainly. Here you go, Stefan.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So yeah, this was a pretty tough category, but the winner for it is a project called ARJS.
Well done, AR.js. You'll be getting this gift from me. It is a plushy Cthulhu, the ancient one. I'm not going to send it to you, but you can have an NFT for a picture of it. And it's time for our last category. The winner of this category will get this attractive yellow large paper clip that I found on my desk, and I don't know where it came from, but you'll love it. So let's find out about the breakthrough of the year. It's a project that contributes to the JavaScript ecosystem and adds new dimensions and new possibilities for further development, new concepts and ideas with excellent first realization and huge future potential. Tell us more, Stefan.
Yeah, sure. So this is one pretty flagship category, and many projects out there compete for this one. But today we only had a chance to select top 5 projects that were nominated by the community. So let's move on to the first one, which is a project called Vit. Let's check it out. Vit is a build tool that aims to provide a faster and leaner development experience for modern web projects. It consists of 2 major parts: a dev server that provides rich feature enhancements over native ES modules, and a build command that bundles your code with rollup, pre-configured to output highly optimized static assets for production. Vit is opinionated and comes with a sensible defaults out of the box, but is also highly extensible via its plugin API and JavaScript API with full typing support.
That was Veet, cooler than Justin Bieber sitting in a bathtub full of ice cubes. And our next project sounds like a Dan Brown novel. It is the Rome toolchain.
Rome is a linter, compiler, bundler, and more for JavaScript, TypeScript, JSON, HTML, Markdown, and CSS. Rome unifies functionality that has previously been separate tools. Building upon a shared base allows us to provide a cohesive experience for processing code, displaying errors, parallelizing work, caching, and configuration. So that was the project, the Rome toolchain. Let's move on to the next one. Let's check out the Aleph.js. Aleph.js is the React framework written in Deno. It gives you the best developer experience for building modern web applications. TypeScript in Deno, ES module imports, file system routing, server-side rendering, hot module reloading with fast refresh, and more, with no configuration needed. So that was another project contributing to the Deno ecosystem. Now let's move on to the last one for this category, and it's called SvelteKit. Let's check it out. So that was SvelteKit, an awesome project developed by Svelte community. So this wraps up our whole event, and I think it's time to announce the winners for the Breakthrough of the Year category. So Bruce.
Absolutely, it's more exciting than a box set of Vin Diesel movies. There you are.
Thank you so much. So the winner of this category is Project Vit.
Yes! Project Vit, you get the paperclip. And that concludes the Open Source Awards for 2021. What a great year it's been with all the other stuff going on in the world. People have still taken loads of time to produce great projects and give them to the world for free. We salute all of you.
Yeah, as Bruce said, it has been a hard year, but first of all, congratulations to all the nominees. You know, in our eyes, everybody here is the winner. Today, we just had to pick few winners out of all the nominees because it's the goal of the event. But again, congrats to everybody, and I hope to see you next year.
Keep on open sourcing.